welcome to This Week in Geek, April 3rd, and Rob's with us tonight.
What year? I'm so confused.
Wait, you confused. It's the year 2018, the year of Infinity War.
Yeah,
this is a little.
And that's disappointing. This is Rob.
And this is Scotty Smurf.
And Chris.
It sounds like Chris is in a toilet or something. He's kind of gone real tinny down there.
Am I tinny still?
Oh, you sound much better, Chris.
Podcast. Well, I point the mic at my mouth. It's okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to start out by giving social media. You can follow us on Twitter at SMG_TWIG. For those of you like a little that don't understand what that is, TWIG stands for This Week in Geek.
I don't know what it is.
You can follow me at R Southgate. Where can they follow you?
They can follow me at LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast.
Scotty Smurf, where can they follow you?
Well, I am Scotty Smurf on Tumblr and Twitter.
Are you?
And he's got blue headphones going, too. Very Smurfy. And how about you, Mao?
Mao, great. I appreciate that. I can be found at Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media or www.theblueboxcafe.com.
Yeah, and you can also send us an email at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. I know we have one for the show, but I never remember to use it. And then if you want to leave a voicemail, you can go to the website, southgatemediagroup.com. And in the, I think, upper right-hand corner of the This Week in Geek page is a thing that says, leave us a voicemail. You can click on it and right there from your microphone, leave a voicemail for us, and we will play it on the show unless it's vulgar, and then we will just giggle about it to ourselves. All right. So we got news to do. I've been buried in schoolwork and trying to prepare for Indie PopCon, so I have done nothing to prepare. So what do you guys got?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, that's it. Thanks for following us on Twitter.
We're counting on you to be prepared. No, I'm teasing. I thought there was some really good news. Black Panther passed Jurassic Park and Frozen in total box office. They are currently at 1.3 billion worldwide, with 650 of that coming domestically, which I think is pretty huge.
Wow.
That's
pretty amazing. Now, I know you guys always make fun of me for not seeing stuff because I'm so busy and, but I did see Black Panther. I did go see it. And that was an awesome film. It's interesting how they were able to achieve such a different feel with that one. Each Marvel movie has its own feel, and this one they really captured something completely different. I thought it was spectacular.
Oh yeah, me too. Alel, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. I got my little Black Panther behind me. Oh,
I thought you were just glad to see me.
That's what you call it.
Wow. No, but in all honesty, I mean, they did something special with Black Panther, that they were able to tell a great story, give us a compelling villain, and make it a box office smash.
I dare say that was one of the best villains they've had. I totally bought him. He was great.
Definitely up there. I mean, there's great villains in the MCU for sure. So, and a lot of bad ones because they don't really focus on the villain.
Right. This time, I think they did. I think they really played it to their strength with this, and hopefully that's where we're going to see the MCU going, is like figuring out how do we make the villain more of a threat.
Well, I mean, there's some rumors that have come out. I mean, I guess we're talking MCU, and that's kind of my wheelhouse. That the sequel to Doctor Strange they're already talking about. So spoiler, he probably survives Infinity War.
Hopefully, but you never know. Hopefully,
true. He got one movie and it did well. I think he's going to survive. I think Black Panther's going to survive. I think Spider-Man's going to survive.
What the talk is Chiwetel Ejiofor, who played Mordo, will have a bigger role coming up, and they're basically going to try to like low-key him, because he wasn't all bad in the first one,
right?
In the Doctor Strange movie, and in a sense, you can see why he was right. He never wanted to cross that line. There was a line to be crossed. Everybody was crossing this line. Scott, I know you don't know what we're talking about because you probably haven't seen Doctor Strange, but
Doctor Strange is so good, Scott. It's so good.
We'll get to it.
In 2026.
Probably.
But they did a great job with him because, in the comics and everything, he's kind of like a very cutthroat type villain. He just wants power. He wants this. He wants to be the best. That wasn't the character they built here, and I really, really enjoy that. And I'm happy that they want to take him into that kind of ambiguous, like, is he really a villain, or is what he's
that gray area that they played
thing.
with Loki? Yeah. I agree with you. I think that's the right choice there. I don't want him to do it with every villain, but I think Modo, he's definitely. Mordo. I get everybody's name.
Mordo.
Yeah,
Mordo.
Mordo.
Show me the money. Mordo.
But I think he's a character that you could definitely do that with.
Definitely. Yeah. So I was happy to hear that. So,
and he's a slightly talented actor, so it really kind of sucks if he's on the screen.
Right.
Jeez, holy
very much. Well, I'll keep going on my MCU talk since I love the MCU so much. Confirmed. I know we talked about this briefly last week, but Rob, since you're here and we do sometimes Enough Said podcast, Colson's coming back. We'll be back.
We'll be back. We tried to come back, and then stupid school got in the way. But
and stupid DVR didn't record the first half season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, true.
What did it record instead?
Well,
Dancing with the Stars,
Fuller House,
Fuller House, RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's the best. Awesome.
RuPaul's Full House. I'd watch that.
Really?
Just watch a Lil's House because that's pretty close.
Come on in.
Come on in. Isn't that your theme song?
Come on, knock on my door, but that's
come on in.
Nice. Are you Mr. Furley?
I prefer Roper. I like the shirt with the big collars. But no, Rob, Colson's coming back to the MCU. He's going to be in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm all over that, man. I knew that. In fact, I think we tweeted that out from one of our things, like as the news broke. Also we've got Ronan coming back.
Lee Pace, yeah.
And who's the other one? There's a third one.
Oh, what's his face? Who played his henchman?
Yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank on his name? He was in Gladiator. It's gonna kill me now for this rest of the show until I figure his name out.
Oh, good, excellent. We can watch the slow death then. That'll be good for ratings.
I was just watching Deadpool. It's on FX, and they don't cut anything out. Because on
FX, really?
Yeah, Alex was watching it with me because I'm like, it's on FX. You can watch a few minutes of it.
Oh,
and they dropped the F-bomb at least 7 times within the 10-minute period.
I'm sure Jenny was thrilled by you watching.
She kind of just looked at me, and I'm like, and then
he looked up and said, "Dad, can I have a unicorn tonight?"
He didn't get to that scene. He did not get to that.
Dad, why are you wearing squishy Crocs and carrying a unicorn around the house?
Well, that's what I do.
Can I ask a question? Is Ben Mendelsohn going to be in every single movie now for like the next 5-10 years?
Why? I mean, it's only been 2. I mean, he Captain Marvel, so 3.
Well, he was just in. What did I just see? He was just in. He's in everything.
He was in Rogue One. He was in Ready Player One.
He's in something else in that. So,
well, you just saw Ready Player One, right?
We're talking. Jude Law is going to be in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he's playing Marvel, the original Captain Marvel.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's exciting
because he's another guy that's not very talented.
Yeah, Jude Law. Yeah, he's had a terrible career.
You know what though? Like Jude Law, like he had this like trajectory to superstardom, and then kind of I don't want to say petered out, but yeah, he does things like he's been in Fantastic Beasts and all this stuff, but it's just like,
well, he's gonna be spoiler. So
yeah, but you know what? He became damaged goods because he had a big divorce issue and all that. He got a lot of bad press, and it made a lot of people his target audience, which would be what they were catering to, were kind of women with him, got really disinterested in the guy, and that really hurt his trajectory.
But he He's done some great roles. Like he did the young Pope on HBO. He was amazing in it.
No, I thought he was great as Watson. I even liked him in AI, and that was not a great movie, but I liked him in that a lot.
He's like that. I don't want to say B because he's not a B actor. He's still an A actor, but he's just below superstar. Yeah. Which he probably gets some great roles and makes a ton of cash, and he gets to play all these cool roles. I mean, he's going to be Dumbledore. So
yeah, well, he probably for a guy like him, it's probably just waiting along until he hits that one that puts him into that big level. You know what I mean?
Sure. I don't think he's hurting because I think he's.
No, I don't think he's hurting either.
Well, he's not hurting, but what I'm saying is he always seems to play second fiddle.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would make a career out of that. That'd be awesome.
You do.
You take fifth.
Third. I'm not second fiddle. I'm not
depends
third.
how many people are on the show. 4, maybe 5.
It's a full orchestra, and I'm in the B team.
You're second fiddle to Kevin James.
Oh.
Ouch.
Sadly.
You're David Spade. I apologize.
Oh, that hurts. Just shoot me.
No.
Bump. Terrible. So, what a terrible joke.
Did you guys know The Purge is getting made into a TV show? Did you hear about this?
I saw something about that on Joe Blow.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be cool.
Why not?
Have you watched the movies?
Murder? Yeah, I've watched the movies.
I like the movies a lot, but the problem is, like, the show, what's it going to be? Is it going to be like it's constantly a purge, like it never ends? So now it's just basically The Walking Dead, but instead of zombies, it's the
No, what I would guess
members of the Warriors.
What I would compare it to would maybe be like 24. Every hour of the purge, like you're following one family, and it's just
is that what they're
every
doing?
episode might be an hour. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that's what I would do. Like that's the only way I would be able to make it a season, and then you can start the next season at 2019's purge, and then you have it go. Not with the little ticking clock, not the but.
Okay, this says, wait, is the first Purge the name of the TV series?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like an origin, it looks like.
Okay.
It says I'm sorry,
behind every tradition lies a revolution. Next Independence Day, witness the rise of our country's 12 hours of annual lawlessness. Welcome to the movement that began as a simple experiment, the first Purge. To push the crime rate below 1% for the rest of the year, the new founding fathers of America test a sociological theory that vents aggression for one night. I'm getting so tired of reading this. Okay, so that's the show?
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I mean, I'll watch it. I can't believe how many shows should technically be crap that I end up really liking. So I'm in. It's going to be on Sci-Fi.
Well, so they'll show gore and stuff. It'll be all right.
Yeah. I watched some of those Sci-Fi ones that I'd kind of written off that I thought, they look like B shows. And I love B movies and stuff, but sometimes a TV show, if it's some kind of crappy TV show, it can get a little wearing. But like, I watched Winona Earp. That was fantastic. I watched that other one with Van Helsing. Have you seen that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good time. So maybe there's hope here.
They have another show called The Expanse that they did that's going into its 3rd season, which
that one I'm waiting for.
It's premiering next week. It's fantastic, and it starts next Wednesday. I'm all pumped about that.
I just saw that they have, I believe, both seasons on Amazon Prime now, so I was going to go back and watch all of those.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the books are amazing, and what I've heard about The Expanse, has anyone here read The Expanse? I know Lil hasn't because reading. But Scott or Chris, have you guys
read it? I have not read it. I've just watched the shows.
So what I understand about the books is each book, like each season is one of the books. And every book, like, it like completely changes everything. So like you get to season 2 and it's like, oh, this is a different show, basically. Like really drastic, like right angle turns one after the other. It sounds really cool, and I've heard the show is really great. So I'm watching Westwood right now, or Westworld.
Oh, is that fantastic or what? That's such a good series.
Lil, have you done that one?
I have not watched it. Sean and Steve watch it. I don't watch it.
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely incredible.
It's like I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't watch any of that stuff.
Yeah, this one's a little bit less of an investment. It's Anthony
Yeah, 12
Hopkins
seasons.
is fantastic. And
Yeah. I mean,
what's
you
the guy's
know
name?
him from Transformers 7 or whatever that was.
Or
He's so good
Or
at it.
Thor, he's Odin.
He must
Was
get
he?
like $50 million per second in that movie.
Jeez.
That's like Sean Connery and Highlander money.
Not Zardoz money.
No, well, in Highlander, he got paid like something ridiculous, and he filmed in a week.
Right.
A week. He made like $3 million or something crazy like that back in
Well,
1984.
Marlon Brando wanted
I was gonna say,
$3 million just to have his hand show up.
Brando got $5 million, and then all the kickbacks for Superman, and he filmed for I think it was a day.
Yeah.
He didn't even read the script. He hid pieces of the script around the set and was reading them during filming.
He did that in Apocalypse Now too. He didn't want to learn the lines, so he had somebody feed them to him. That whole scene when he's in, sitting there talking to him in like in his bed. I mean, who gets away with that crap? Obviously, Marlon Brando does.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, well, she's not on the screen for her acting ability, so
She's really not on the screen anymore at all, Chris. I know it's been a while since you've been to the movies, but
listen, with the two of you out here,
so let's see.
Well,
the Russo
to-
brothers thing.
Yeah. What?
Did you see that? The Russo brothers put out a little
Yeah,
letter.
I posted it on our Facebook page.
Oh, on the League of Geeks
spoil it.
Facebook page, not ours.
No,
I
and
posted
on
it.
our page.
Did you?
Yeah, and on the Enough Said page.
Wow.
Really? A little. Are you all right?
I sometimes I'm going really fast, and I just have time to, it's harder to flip through my little pages, but
He totally did it by accident. Don't
Right.
I did it to you guys first. I'm like, no, this is
Oh, this should have been League of Geeks. I would have done this like 3 hours later for you guys. No, if it was League of Geeks, it would have been Matt Reeves says things are going really well on Batman because your show is obsessed with the DCEU.
no, it's not. We're obsessed
Oh,
with Marvel.
it so is. You're obsessed with Marvel.
It's true. I can't stop thinking about Infinity War.
Although it is funny when I listen to your show because it sounds like Sean has come to the to the light side. I'm going to say, but Steve
yes.
is still hanging on, man.
Well, it's because they're talking about a Nightwing movie, so he's got to still hold hope for his love for Robins.
I hope it's all good, and I hope that Matt Reeves does a great Batman. I hope, but I don't really believe it.
Why not?
I saw that. I saw that last Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
Shut up! That was awesome. Those
That
Planet of the
was
Apes
good.
movies are amazing.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Shut up,
way.
Malone. You are just wrong.
No,
I
I'm
did
not.
manage to watch that one. I did manage to watch that one last week, and I
Not
really
great.
and I enjoyed that one.
I thought it was great.
Is that the Woody Harrelson one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought the one before was better. This one was not that great.
I thought all three in that series were absolutely excellent.
They really were. They really were amazing. I hope that they can do another set of movies that work with that universe, but do more of the Charlton Heston type thing. The guy coming down to Earth. And
I'm just not looking forward to when they decide let's reboot it, but we'll go back and we'll do the Marky Mark storyline because that was the worst.
that was the best.
that
one.
it was so neat. I watched some of the extras on the
the
Blu-ray.
best. Mark, Funky Bunch.
You had some good vibrations watching it.
I do. Come on.
No, it was interesting watching some of the extras on the Blu-ray War for the Planet of the Apes. They had a thing that was an homage to the series, and they talked about all the references in the new ones to the old series. And I got to the end of that. There's like a little 10-minute piece, and I'm like, wait a minute. They didn't show any of the Marky Mark movie. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. Terrible. I actually didn't mind him in it. It just, God, it was garbage.
No, it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I was so excited for that when we saw it at the theater. I was so excited to see it, and I walked out and it was just like, oh man.
And they wasted a pretty good performance by Tim Roth. That's
Yes.
the bad part because he was pretty good in that movie. Actually, just
Yep.
too much Helen Bonham Carter. Sorry.
So we had big excitement around here today. I didn't realize this. I don't know if this is new news or old news, but I just found out that Universal Studios is making their thing for Halloween, Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole family went, we got to figure out how to get to Universal Studios at Halloween.
I actually texted my wife and stuff that this morning.
We should figure out a way. Maybe we can do a Kickstarter to get This Week in Geek down there for Stranger Things.
I won't even go to that. I'll just go to Harry Potter the whole time. Sorry. I'll just be stuck
No
there.
way, man. Going to the Upside Down.
No
even the kids want to go to the Upside Down.
You'd go to the Upside Down, and then we can go over to Harry Potter.
No.
Plus, at Halloween, that's got to be
Gotta see
amazing.
Barb. Gotta find Barb.
Find Barb.
What, you're more into Harry Potter than Stranger Things? Like, you have no interest in Stranger Things?
No, I think it's good, but I think it's. I mean, I really enjoy it, but if you go to Harry Potter, you might change your mind. I'm just going to say that.
I'm not changing my mind. I can do both. That's how I roll, Chris. It's not. I'm not singular.
Well, there's a lot to do there. That's all I got to say.
And that's why they need to buy us and move us all down there.
Yeah, it's hot there, though.
That's fine by me. I'd go down there and I'd be buttered up all the time.
Oh, buttered up.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? Big pepperoni nipples all buttered up there on the side of the pool 24/7.
See, already a fault. We've already talked about this. They're freakishly small. There's no pepperonis here.
Oh, it's dime size. I forgot.
That's right. Dimes.
I'm gonna have to work on my fan art and correct that.
You better.
I thought that was your private collection.
It is. And look at that part. I can't believe that's not butter. Okay.
That's awesome.
So,
Terrible.
Did you see the Fox Searchlight and Guillermo del Toro signed a contract that they're going to distribute all of his films? They're going to finance, market, and distribute all of his upcoming films or the next bunch of them.
So what happens when the Disney deal goes through? Does that mean
the same contract?
that is fantastic because Disney has the money to make Guillermo del Toro's movies,
and they won't be gun shy. I don't think. I think they'll support it. Unlike
I think they will too. See, this is really smart on their part because they can get into a different. If this deal can all finalize, they can make the Fox type film library without tarnishing the Disney brand, but they have money to put behind it, so we can actually maybe get, I don't know, some script writers, some quality films out of it. So adding Guillermo del Toro to that would be like that would definitely loosen things up for the guy because he alone could have a cinematic universe,
or even if he just produces a movie.
Right?
Because what was that other one he produced that was pretty good? He's been involved in some stuff. He just needs the
back. Oh yeah, tons. What he wants to do Justice League Dark, which is never going to happen.
That's already done.
He wants to do, I know because they made the animated film, and now the Arrowverse has it basically. He wants to do At the Mountains of Madness. I think they should do that. Let him do an anthology series of H.P. Lovecraft, just like Game of Thrones, but throw some money at it. Yeah. And you know what? That'll probably happen at some point. I mean, look at it. Amazon is doing The Hobbit. They're putting, $10 million into that. They're doing
$500 million.
Yeah, $500 million.
Yeah, same difference.
$500 million.
Same difference. They're putting in $3 million into The Stand. I was waiting for the correct on that. It's 10 episodes of The Stand.
How much they put into SMG?
They're putting in anything. You know what? We have ad spots.
$3.
Popcorn, $40. We'll give them a nice 8x8. I mean, I don't know. $40. Come on, Disney.
Lack of vision.
Come on, Disney.
40,000.
I think maybe we could get Ben Affleck to do that alone because he needs some good press lately.
Is he still doing that Batman movie?
Who knows?
Nobody knows yet.
They literally today, Matt Reeves somebody tweeted to Matt Reeves, like, what's up with the Batman movie? And he goes, wow, it's so glad you asked. It's really, really well. Really? Because I haven't seen or heard anything other than all these rumors of we're not going to use Affleck for that one. Now we are going to use Affleck. Now he's off the film. Now we're not doing it. I mean, it's like, and then the last thing I heard, and I don't know if this is true, is both the Joker movie that's going into pre-production and this Matt Reeves Batman movie, neither one is part of the DCEU. Different universe, different Batman, different Joker, and they don't even tie to each other.
Nice.
It's crazy.
That's a way to stomp on the death throes of the DCU.
Yeah.
And then we see these stills from Shazam. It's funny. I see the DC people going crazy, like, "Oh, it's awesome." It's not awesome. Those stills look terrible to me. And I know that they're not, the effects aren't added or anything, but I think that costume, I would rather see it in a green screen costume and go, okay, they're going to make a sweet costume. But no, it looks like, kind of an update of the 70s costume going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe, if they're really smart, they might as well put it back to back with the ISIS Hour, because that was when they were most successful with that property.
That was the better half of that power hour, the ISIS half hour.
Alil didn't get that one. Sorry, Alil.
I know what it is. I just never watched that stuff. So
you missed
like
out.
a day and a half old when that came out.
Oh,
I don't even think I was born when that came out.
I would bet there are at least two of us on this that watched the heck out of that.
Yes.
The guy who played Billy Batson was on Comic Book Ben this week.
Was he?
Yeah.
From the original show?
Yeah.
Is he like 70 now?
He looks pretty old. I don't know how old he is, but
If you say 50, I swear, Alil, I swear to you.
I thought he was 50, but
Oh, right in the nose.
Hey, you're not 50 yet, are you?
Nope, not yet. Chris, we're not, because we're having our 50 years or 100 years of Southgates coming up.
That's right.
At Blue Box. Did you know about that, Alil? Chris or Scott, did you know about that?
No, what is that?
We haven't made it officially. We haven't announced it yet, but we're doing at Live at the Blue Box. We're having like a birthday party for Martha and I, because we're both going to be 50 this year.
Wow.
So right in between the two. Chris, do you know the date on that?
I don't. I can't remember.
I don't want to give it out on here. But we're doing 100 years of Southgates. So,
Wow.
Yeah, it's so disappointing. And then my mom said, if your dad and I came, it would be like, 150 years. I'm like, no, math. It'd be like 300 years if you guys came.
you're so mean to your mom. She's such a wonderful lady.
mean.
No kidding.
Such a wonderful woman that she had to put up with you for so long.
I really do sympathize.
And she talked so nice about you the other day when she was in, and your daughter. Mostly your daughter. but
Mostly my daughter,
she
right?
didn't speak very nicely about you, so.
Oh, I'm such a jerk. Supernatural was renewed for season 14. So, Chris, I'm sure you're happy about that.
I haven't watched the show in a year and a half.
Oh, really?
I have no interest in watching it. And
Not even the Scooby-Doo episode? Because I'm so going to watch that.
I heard
I'm
that
going to watch
that's
the
good.
Scooby-Doo episode. I've never seen the rest of it, but I'm interested in the Scooby-Doo episode.
All right, so every year they do one weird episode. So, like, they did a musical one 2 years ago, which was actually pretty good because they did it about them, and they were there watching it, and it was kind of funny. And then they did a Scooby-Doo episode. They did a cartoon one last time, or like 3 or 4 years ago. So they do it, but it's supposed to be them in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. So,
I'll check
Okay.
it out.
Yeah.
Although you don't watch Supernatural, right?
Nope. I just know one guy was in Smallville, and that was it.
The other guy was on Gilmore Girls.
I never watched Gilmore Girls. My wife did.
who was on Gilmore Girls? Jansen?
The
Jansen?
tall guy.
Oh, yeah. Jared Padalecki.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, was the other guy Jensen Ackles, right? Or something like that.
Jansen Eccles or whatever.
Yeah, he was in Smallville. He was he dated Kristen Curick's character in season 1 and 2, I think.
Is she the one that's in the sex cult?
No, she was briefly, and then it's Allison Mack now.
So they're all kind of making the rounds on the sex cult? Is that what's going on?
No, she left it because she didn't realize what was going on. She went for a self-help thing because I guess the guy who runs this was supposed to be some kind of genius, and then has started some kind of weird sex cult. And Allison Mack stayed and is now like, according to reports, I don't know this to be true. This is what the media says. He's like, her his number one, that she recruits people and stuff.
Wow.
Sorry,
did you,
too bad for
you
Chloe.
Did you read that on some website?
I was on Yahoo.
Scott's really hoping she's at Indie PopCon.
It was on Yahoo News. Yeah, that was.
Was there a specific website, maybe? That
Scott wants to look something up.
Hey, why is Teresa coming at you with a bat, Scott? I don't understand.
That was actually news that broke a while ago. I mean, I don't know. That was something I've heard about for a while. It's just now it's come to the surface. She's getting sued or something.
Well, no, the guy got arrested in Mexico, like the main guy.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Hey, if you get arrested in Mexico,
if you're getting arrested in Mexico.
He did look in that picture a little like Scott, but I wasn't 100% sure. I had to read it and then watch some video of it. And he's a little bit taller than Scotty Smurf, so.
I think there might be some Photoshop in our future.
Oh, see right there, that's the face. That's the face he gave in this interview. Yeah, there you go, Scotty. There you go.
You're just laughing the whole way. Look what I did. Oh my God.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Smallville fan. I've watched some of it. It's good. It's kind of like those other CW shows, though. The only one that I consistently watch is The Flash. The rest of them, I'm like, they get this I don't know, this weird CW-ishness to them that kind of bums me out.
You can't get that slimy feeling off.
I hate Superman, but I loved Smallville. So
The only Smallville I like was the ones in this. I got this today. Did you guys know this was out?
What is it?
It is the 3-hour TV cut of Superman.
No. Oh, really? The TV cut?
Yeah. So
really? Because that has never been released.
Right. So like over 40 minutes of story added back in to create a 2-night television event.
Yeah, actually,
got a Blu-ray double feature with the 3-hour and then the special edition. So just got this in the mail today.
Nice.
And I started it.
Well, I guess if I need a nap, yeah, I can watch it. But
come on, dude.
Every movie
Seriously?
I say that about.
Superman's awesome. I cannot believe it.
Christopher Reeve's Superman is not awesome.
It's got a lot of problems. It's awesome because
the world around. I'm out.
Yeah, it's awesome because we loved it when we were kids. But if you go back and watch it, pacing is really funny. It's got a lot of problems. Logic is out the window, but that's Superman, you know?
Yeah, I had just watched it not too long ago, and I still enjoyed the heck out of it. The score, especially, is
the score is awesome. Yeah,
but
sadly, Margot Kidder kind of looks like Scott now.
That's an insult to Scott.
And I'm trying to say,
Skeletor.
Reeve is just magic. He imbues Clark Kent so well. So.
Yes,
I think so too. And I mean, there's lots of movies that we all like that are way worse than those Superman movies.
Yeah, I still like it, but I know where it's got flaws. Like I could really, if I really want to watch Critical Eye, I've got big problems with it. That spinning the world thing is so stupid. And the fact that Lex Luthor's whole goal in life is, I want real estate. Terrible. There's so much like bizarre, like sexism. And I mean, there's just all this weirdness going on.
The movie was made in 78. I think Harvey Weinstein produced it. But I mean, it is so atypical of the times. That's the bad part about it. That can't age well.
Now, did you watch?
But Hackman is great in that movie.
Oh, he's awesome. Have you guys watched the Donner cut of Superman 2?
Yeah.
Yes, I have that on DVD also.
I think it's better. I mean, I wish that it was edited properly and we had gotten that film because it's actually a better film.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Richard Lester is a hack, but
yeah, it's because boy, I remember when Superman 2 came out, I loved it, but man, is the pacing bad in that. And then that talk about stupid when he pulls his cellophane emblem off and throws it, and like he has the power to, I don't know, make people fall asleep or something. It's just stupid. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it kind of goes all over the place there. Yeah, but the Donner cut really is a changed film. It is. I think it's worth having both. I've got both versions, so
I definitely want to pick up that 3-hour one, even though it seems like torture.
Well, you're going to sleep to 250 minutes.
You know I will. I remember watching it on TV, and I used to always wonder, like, there are scenes in this that are different, and it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I was listening to Now Playing. They were doing a Superman retrospective, and I believe they were talking about Superman on that episode, and they were talking about this 3-hour cut, and I was like, wait a minute, so there is this other thing out there. Mm-hmm. So
a lot of movies from that time had that. Halloween, I have the Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween,
TV
Dune.
Cut.
Is that any good? I didn't know there was a TV cut on that.
Which one?
Halloween.
There's like, I don't know, I want to say 10 to 15 extra minutes of stuff.
Any good?
It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's not
That's
any
why it was cut.
kills or anything.
Yeah, that's why it was cut.
Well,
Actually,
also,
science fiction horror stories.
Oh, nice.
They sent me a link so I could check them out before I interview her, and then I'm going to be interviewing one of the writers, which is really cool. So, yeah, I'm excited. I had a conversation with her before, and it was awesome. She worked on tons of movies that you would just go like, what? You can't believe the stuff she was involved in. I think she was even on Lucas. Remember Lucas?
Yeah, I love Lucas.
Yeah, I think she was on Lucas, and she was on The Long Riders. That was a great one. I mean, I don't, once again, a little, it's like, I don't know what that is. But that had the Quaid brothers. It had,
that was a great
Dennis and Randy.
They did. All they did was like brother groups.
It was all brothers.
It was all brothers. It was like
was it the Keaches? Were they the other one?
The Keaches were the weren't they? I can't think of the Keaches were in there. The Quaids were in there. Who else was in there? There was like 4 sets of brothers that did it. It was great. I think the Baldwins were in it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
huh?
It really is. Like, you hear that cast and you're like, it could either be great or not. It is really great.
And that's Lucas.
No, Long Riders.
No.
That's Lucas. No, Scott, go rent Lucas. It's Lucas.
Okay.
Lucas is a fantastic movie, though.
Yeah, although there was all that weirdness that came out about it,
The
which
Keaches,
is untrue.
The Carradines were in it. The Quaids.
Yeah, don't Google Lucas in the news because you'll find some really weird stuff. Just watch the movie and enjoy it.
Charlie Sheen and
Yeah, but then they said that's all crazy. So who knows?
Is it though?
Is it? 20 years from now, I can't wait to hear the stories they tell about us.
It's hard to believe that something with Charlie Sheen might be considered crazy.
Yeah. John Krasinski wants to play Mr. Fantastic. I say, John Krasinski, shut up.
What?
I'll tell you why.
No way. John Krasinski can play anything he wants.
I really like John Krasinski, but
he's a national treasure.
He also said he doesn't read comic books. He's not into comic books, but he just thinks it would be cool to play this character. It's like you're already taking a smack at the fan base. You're already saying, well, you guys are all stupid, but yeah, I'll take your money. That's why I'm like, you know what? Go away.
Wait, what did he say? I don't believe that. Because
it was in one of the articles. He was saying that he doesn't read comic books, and he's like, I really don't have any interest in comic books, but I would love the chance to play, one of these characters. They're so popular, and it's like,
So what does he know the character from?
He wants to be in it because he wants him and Emily Blunt to be the characters in it. No, because everybody knows what these characters are. It's in the news. He's got a movie out. So it's like, hey, let's put his name attached to this and see what happens. Hey, guess what, John Krasinski? I'm going to put out a press release that I want to play Mr. Fantastic.
Everybody will ignore that.
No, I know.
So is his Jack Ryan show out yet?
I am a regional treasure. A little.
In your own household.
That's my own household.
You're the only treasure.
And even then, it's a very tarnished treasure.
His Jack Ryan show comes out in August.
That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'll be seeing A Quiet Place this weekend.
Unless I read that he
that looks really good, doesn't it?
Unless I read that he wouldn't read those Jack Ryan books, but I'll take the money.
I don't know where you read that because I knew he was up for Captain America. He was actually in the final 2 between him and Chris Evans for the role. Really? I don't know where he was up for the role of Captain America.
Wow. So
it could be in the notes I just wrote down in front of myself.
This is what I'm reading is that he might be up for in the Fantastic Four because his wife is supposed to be leading to be the Invisible Woman, Emily Blunt. So he was thinking about being Mr. Fantastic,
but he doesn't know the character or anything.
He says he didn't read many comics, but it's not like he didn't read any. He read some, but he's a big superhero fan. So it's a little different than, I don't care, but I don't think he's, like very nerdy about it.
I was trying to build up some anger and animosity towards him. Now I have to love him.
Well, the thing too is, if you grew up in the 90s, which it's about probably his age group when he was kind of like middle school through high school and everything. I think we're about the same age. like you had all those superhero cartoons in the 90s. You had the X-Men, you had the Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Iron Man. So he could have grown up being a fan of those.
Sure.
And that's how he could have got that fandom. I mean, I know a lot of people. I mean, and you look at it now and you look at Comic-Cons now, I mean, I guarantee most of those people didn't just grow up reading comics the way we did. But that doesn't mean they don't like the characters, or at least the three of us, not Scott. But yeah.
Wow. Just slinging it out today.
Well, I'm still upset he's watching the 3-hour Superman movie instead of another Marvel movie. Get to the Marvel movies.
Get to those Marvel movies, Scott.
I'll get there eventually, but you also got to go. You got to get
Scott
back.
just hit 77, so he's got a ways to go.
You have to revisit the classics.
He's watching the films from 1977.
All releases.
I'm a little behind.
In order. You'll get there.
Wait till you get to Caligula. I don't know when that came out though, but
About that time.
yeah, I was gonna say it was around the same.
Pretty close.
I bet at least one of you guys has it on Blu-ray.
I did not.
All I have to say is Helen Mirren is a great actress.
National treasure.
Wait, was Helen Mirren in that movie?
Oh yeah.
Well, seriously? Okay.
Didn't she win some Golden Globes for that?
Wow. Gonna get us banned from YouTube.
What?
Hey, Joaquin Phoenix is in talks to be the Joker.
Didn't we already talk about that?
I wasn't here.
No,
you know what? I love Joaquin Phoenix. I want it to happen. I don't want
him to be the get out. I want him to get out of here. Like Joaquin Phoenix is. I'm just done with him.
You know what? He and John Krasinski are going to be in a Joker film together. Now, what do you say?
You want Krasinski as Batman?
Oh, that'd be terrible.
He's too skinny.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said about Keaton. And Keaton was amazing.
He was still too skinny and small, but he just was fun.
Yeah.
I think Tracy Morgan should be Batman.
I can't wait to watch the last OG.
Wait, if you change one letter, maybe it's accurate, but not Bat.
Blatt? That's terrible.
Yes, I know. It's hard, isn't it? That show he's going to be on is just going to be awful.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
I know. I'm going to
it's going to be great, but it
looks terrible. But dude, every time I watch the trailer, I'm like, this
now
is
he's
terrible.
a national treasure, right? Hello?
And when is it coming on?
He was fantastic in 30 Rock. I mean, fantastic.
He was.
Well, it's
Really
easy when
funny.
you don't have to act, when you're just playing yourself.
Yeah, that's all right. Sometimes that's better.
Him and Liz Lemon.
Liz Lemon.
Lemon
So
out.
does anybody care that they're making League of Their Own into a TV series on Amazon?
I'm annoyed with all these movies into TV series.
Like everything is made into a TV series except this podcast.
No, I think there's reasons for that.
I thought it was the Three Stooges, but with the movie when all four of them were in it.
I like that Three Stooges movie.
Wait, so who's Shem?
I'm Curly Joe. I don't even want to be Curly, just Curly Joe.
I don't know. I think I got the least hair. I think
You're Curly.
You can be Curly. I'll give you the star, the lead. I will.
I'll take it. What else we got?
What else we got?
Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Hey, now that comes out this month, right?
Yeah, April 13th.
All right, I'm down. It looks cool.
What show? What series is it on? It's on Netflix, maybe.
Yeah,
I'll just watch the Matt LeBlanc movie again.
Yeah,
That was
Netflix.
fantastic.
I like that movie too.
I liked that
No,
movie.
it wasn't bad.
Did I say it was bad? I like
people-
Matt LeBlanc and Gary Oldman.
When I
Graham?
worked at that video store, that audio video store, we would have all these demos, and I used that as a demo because it had such really great visual effects to it. And the hate every time I put it on, all the guys I worked with would be like, "This is a terrible movie. Why are you putting this on?" It looked great, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I always enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to this. And it's getting some fairly decent reviews so far from the people that have seen it. So I think it could be fun. You know, kind of give that material a semi-serious take on it. And Parker Posey is Dr. Smith.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I love Parker Posey's awesome. You ever see the movie Party Girl? She was great in that.
No.
That's an indie film. Really good. And then, of course, she's in all those like Best in Show and Mighty Wind and those films. Waiting for Guffman. She's fantastic in those.
Wasn't she in Saving Silverman too?
Yeah,
she was fantastic in that movie.
Was she?
I think so.
Because if it's all stuck together, it's one nacho. Love Saving Silverman.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. Scott, you'll get to that in about 19 years.
Okay. Yeah.
That was Jack Black's finest role, I think.
No, Jack Black I just rewatched a little bit of
High Fidelity.
High Fidelity.
Yeah, he's good at High Fidelity too.
Oh my gosh, he kills me in that.
But he's also good in Tropic Thunder.
The Tenacious D TV show is on HBO.
Yeah, not the movie.
The greatest thing.
Not the movie, but that TV show is incredible.
What TV show?
Tenacious D.
Oh yeah,
that was so good. You know, that was basically a spinoff of Mr. Show. You guys ever watch Mr. Show?
I did it. I know.
Oh yeah,
I loved Mr. Show. And Jack Black was on that, and they did those characters there, and then those guys produced the Tenacious D TV show. So that's why we have them today.
That's with Bob Cross, right? And
David Cross and Bob
Cross.
Yeah. I combined the two. I apologize. So.
Man, there are some things from that. They came to town and did a live version of that after the show was already off the air.
Yeah.
And we went to see it, and it was like hysterical. And they did a bunch of the things from the show, but so much of what they did was improvised that it kept changing throughout the show. It was just incredible. Incredible.
That was like Kids in the Hall, because that was funnier than hell. You remember that, Rob, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I've seen
I remember that. I've seen that.
You guys ever see the movie?
No.
I did not watch the movie, no.
The movie is amazing.
So it's a train wreck is what you're saying.
Oh, no. It is amazing. It is so funny, but it's so distasteful. Like there's one character in it named Cancer Boy, and it's just a bald guy in a wheelchair who walks around like, I am going to die soon. I'm Cancer Boy. And you're like, oh my God, how did this get made? But the main character, or one of the main characters, is a guy that runs it's supposed to be like Tums. He owns a company that makes like these Tums, but they call them Stummies. And it's I can't remember which guy it is. I don't know I can't remember anybody's name on the show, but it's the guy. He ended up going to Saturday Night Live. He does an impression the entire time of Lorne Michaels that is incredible as the head guy for Stummies. He's like, oh, Stummies. Oh my gosh. You guys got to watch this. It's absolutely hysterical. Yep. There's like 3 people that saw it. I actually went to the world premiere of the film at the theater, and thought, this is going to be a huge movie. It's so funny. And then nobody saw it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so good. It's called Brain Candy. Check it out.
Yeah, they were funny. So,
I might have that on a DVD somewhere.
Is it on the pile of shame? Hello?
It might be.
You said shame, right?
Yes.
No, it's really, really great. I cannot recommend it enough.
They're Canadian, so.
They're Canadian.
Like SCTV, that was some of the greatest TV ever.
Oh yeah,
I wish I was Canadian.
Hey, you could move in. You could move over with Lilith, and
Seriously, I thought you were Canadian. What are you again?
I'm from Borat country.
Borat country.
Yoxie There you go. That's awesome.
All right, I'm just scanning through, and I'm not seeing anything that we haven't covered. I got one more thing then. Unless you guys have anything, I just want to ask you guys. You all saw Ready Player One, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
Okay, I have not, but I want to just see, for those of you that saw it, did you like it?
Well, you'll have to listen to the review that I'm posting tonight from the League Geeks podcast. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was great. I mean, I didn't finish the book, so.
Well, I hear it's very different than the book, and it would need to be. I thought the book was great, but there are problems with the book.
There are changes to the movie. Sean and Steve were explaining some of them to me, but I really liked them. I thought the movie went by really fast. Me
too. I thought it was very exciting.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty nonstop, but then with that came the problem of, we're 5 years past the death of the creator of the Oasis, and then now it feels like it's been like 2 days and they solved to get all 3 keys.
Yeah, you know what? But the book kind of felt that way too. Like once the seal was broken and they found the first key, it was like bam, bam, really fast. Which I was okay with that, but I bet on a film, if it's too fast, it would feel out of place.
It was a little bit. I think a little bit, but I think there was enough amazing visuals and like real fun Easter eggs that like you kind of just you let it go. You just had fun with it, and I can't wait to watch it again. I can't wait to pick it up on Blu-ray. And there's the whole end scene that I need to literally like pause frame by frame. I mean, I saw Spawn, the Battletoads, the Ninja Turtles, and I just couldn't keep up with everything that I was.
So it's all there. Oh
yeah, and the
fantastic scene with Chucky. I mean, you see him in
the
trailer, so
Chucky was great. That was
my son went crazy. He's like, that was the best.
Well, I mean, just the side shots where you see all these, icons of the 80s and 90s just flying by your screen in the big battle.
Yeah.
It just was, I thought it was amazing. I love the group of people supporting him that are supposed to be experts that are all like 13 years old, that they studied his likes and tendencies and have no idea what they're doing. They just stuff that they read. I love that part of it. So,
yeah. And there's I don't want to give away the second key because it's completely different from the book, but okay. I thought the second key scene was great. And if you love horror, you'll love it.
Oh yeah. That was spectacular.
Yeah.
How they did that. So
this is Spielberg. Was he producing or directing?
He directed.
But he didn't produce it, which is, I think, why it's I hate to say great movie. It's Spielberg-esque, but it's not SKG Spielberg-esque. Is that fair?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, SKG Spielberg-esque gets a little fuzzy and a little too positive all the time, and there were some negatives in this, which was good. I mean, not negatives, but there were some parts that were, it wasn't all happy, everything's going to work out.
Okay.
I thought, I don't know.
I did not feel that the main character was going to die at all. Like, I didn't feel his peril at all, but
there were some parts. No, I don't think he was ever in peril, but in Spielberg movies, typically there's never any thought that something's going to happen. You always know that the guy's going to get out of it. But there were some parts that were, especially with
because they feel more. I mean, those kind of movies, his sci-fi fantasy ones feel more on the line a G-rated, because I'm never. I went into this movie not even thinking that there would be any horrific visuals, even though we got a movie with Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Chucky. It just wasn't there. So I get what you're saying. I agree, Chris.
Well, because I don't think Industrial Light and Magic didn't do the special effects on this, did they?
No, and you can tell because there's no Star Wars except for a few name drops.
Well, they probably don't own the rights to it, so they probably couldn't.
Well, they got a rights to everything else. I mean, everything else except for Star Wars and Marvel.
They didn't get any. What other Disney things did they get? They didn't get any Disney in there.
Iron Giant.
Yeah. Is that
that's
Disney?
Not Disney. That's Fox.
Are you sure?
Or no, that's Warner.
Are you sure?
Oh, God. Oh, well, now I got to look it up.
I thought the Iron Giant was a Disney film, but I could be wrong.
It's not. Although Brad Bird did direct it.
Iron Giant.
Maybe that's where I'm getting kind of
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Iron Giant is Warner Brothers.
All right, well, then I was wrong. Clearly,
it's your one time for the day, LL. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe because it was Brad Bird and he's done everything since, basically.
Yeah, with Pixar and Disney.
You're right. Yeah, maybe there was no Disney kind of, but which is fine. I mean,
well, you can't get everything, so it still was. If you're a fan of that time period, it threw enough at you. That's for sure.
Oh, Zork. It's got Zork in it. That's what I care about. I love Zork.
telling you, there's everything you can imagine, except for Spider-Man.
Oh.
And Disney.
And Star Wars. Although they name drop Peter Parker, they name drop a Millennium Falcon.
They dropped it. They just didn't show it. That's which was fine. So,
and they got it in the Lego movie. That's all that mattered.
Well, like I said in the review, like there was more than enough here to like keep my interest going crazy and like having to do that. Like if you would add that additional layer on top of it, might end up been too much. Who knows?
It might have been because there was a lot in there. So I guess his next book is being Armada. Somebody's going to be doing a treatment or a draft of it.
Ready Player 2 or something.
No, it's called Armada was his next book, which is similarly like 80s and 90s, lots of 80s and 90s throwbacks. But the guy, his name's Dan or Don Mizzo. And I guess he did Wrath of the Titans, the Sam.
Oh no, not that film.
But that's what he wrote. So he didn't direct it; he wrote it. But I guess he's going to do it.
Still doesn't bode well.
It wasn't that bad. It
wasn't that good.
Yeah, but it was over the top. But the first Wrath of the Titans wasn't that good either. But it had, it was so bad it was good.
I don't think I've ever seen those.
I like the original, the Harry Hamlin one.
You just like that claymation special effects.
I do. The Ray Harryhausen stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
No, you like the Olivier as Zeus, right? Wasn't Olivier?
Of course.
Zeus?
Oh, those are great movies, man. I've got a bunch of those. I love all those.
It's awful. What are you talking about?
Oh, those are awesome.
I mean, it was good at the time,
Scott,
but it was.
Scott, don't watch any Marvel movies, all right?
Scott actually just got the 7-hour TV cut of Clash of the Titans, so that's going to keep him busy for a while.
They intermingle Harry Hamlin on Law and Order, or not L.A. Law in the movie.
Yes.
Why is he wearing a suit now?
If you just watch carefully, you'll see them intercut him from L.A. Law on there. And every once in a while, that wife of his, what's her name? Leah Remini, Leah something.
Not your fake TV wife.
About? She's like Remini. 30 years younger than he is.
Yeah, no, it's something like that. He's
just dreaming of King of Queens because he wants the career that he missed out on.
I mean, all right, I'm going to tell you who it is. I'm looking it up. I'm using the internet.
It's Connie Selleck was his wife, was it?
Oh, Lisa Rinna. Boom! That's who I was saying.
Well, why is it a boom? Because you were nowhere
close.
I got an R
and an L.
And an L.
And one of the 5 vowels in her name. I got it.
Boom! So much closer than I thought I was going to be.
It's like you called the merger.
Watch it, Chris, because mark my words.
Mark my words.
Yep.
Hey, did you see my text that they added LeVar Burton to Indie PopCon?
Yes.
Just today. Now.
Wow.
They've got him, and they've got Will Wheaton.
What's David doing?
Who will, since we're talking about Ready Player One, who did the audiobook for Ready Player One?
Will Wheaton did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
We need to get him, is what we need to do, get an interview with Will.
I've talked to him before. We could try. See if we can get him to come to our marathon.
I'm just going to hang out with him, ask him to go to the pool.
Rub some butter on you.
It'll be in the summertime. We can go sunbathing.
He doesn't look like he gets outside much. Just want to. He's like,
exactly. I mean, he might need it. It's good for the skin every now and then.
He lives in L.A. If he can't go outside in L.A., what's he going to be doing in Indy with Lil?
Will, it's like the French Riviera. We go without suits here.
He's going to be rubbing the lotion on his skin.
You're bringing it in a basket. It's going to be.
All right. I'm done. We're done.
Enough said.
So follow us on Twitter at SMG_twig. Follow me at our Southgate. Go to the website, southgatemediagroup.com. Send us an email at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. And support our Patreon. Go to Patreon, look up Southgate Media Group, and please support us. It's what keeps us going. And guys, give your social media stuff. Alil, go.
You can follow me at LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast.
And you can listen to the League of Geeks podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Yeah. Here is a review of Ready Player One.
That's right.
It'll be
Chris,
uploaded in an hour.
Absolutely. You can follow me at Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media, or www.theblueboxcafe.com. One more little plug before Scotty goes. We are going to be, as a show three of the four of us are going to be at Indie PopCon on, what's the dates of that? June 8th, 9th,
and 10th.
Yeah, we're going to be.
We'll be there June 8th and June 9th. I don't know if anyone's doing anything on the 10th.
But we're going to be there. We're actually going to have a panel, a This Week in Geek panel.
Yeah, what the plan is, and nothing's been approved. The part that's approved is we have a marathon on June 8th. So there is a Southgate Media Group, an SMG podcast marathon happening. We will definitely be there all day doing stuff. And This Week in Geek will be on that. And then on Saturday, we have submitted for a This Week in Geek panel. We have also submitted for I have for one all about podcasting. Hopefully the boys will join me. And then they have a podcast stage, and we are just waiting for that to go live. And hopefully we will have a spot on that for This Week in Geek as well.
People won't be sick of hearing us by the end of Friday. Then
different audience each time. So yeah, Indie PopCon will be where it's at. Yes,
it's a different stage. People could have gotten drunk and killed those brain cells, and then they'll be back.
We'll have a Scott puppet there.
All right.
I might be getting drunk too, Chris.
That might be wise.
It might be, yeah.
Scott, give your info.
I am on Twitter and Tumblr as Scotty Smurf.
All right.
What is Tumblr? What do you do on Tumblr?
Are you giving them your MySpace page too, Scott?
What's
your AOL address?
Tumblr is more creator kind of based. It's a lot of artists and fan art and fan fiction stuff that gets posted and discussed there. And I started following it for Mark Rosewater, who did Magic the Gathering. So I follow a lot of people who post about Magic.
And there's no Magic news this week?
Well, actually, this week is preview week for the Dominaria set, which is the return to the original setting of Magic. And they're previewing all the cards from that this week. And for the design of the set, they got back the original creator, Richard Garfield, to help design some new cards. And there's some really interesting new mechanics and ideas that they've come up with for this set. It looks like a really great set they've got coming.
Cool.
Everybody fell asleep.
Yeah.
I just knew nothing about Magic other than I bought like 100 cards 10 years ago. And
try a song.
I actually just started thinking about Garfield comics when he said that. So
I thought you were going to think about Garfield Goose.
Garfield Goose. Oh, we're old. All right. That's it. Let's end this thing. How do we end this? We just say enough said?
Bye. Good night.
Enough said.
Good night.